Hi, Midnight Warriors. It's Lord Raiden again, aka the DM. I thought I'd do a quick video on Vermintide, one, I should say, now that number 2 just got released. I know I put some screenshots up of the previews a few weeks ago, and then Danger had put up the announcement. So I just thought I would show you guys a little bit of what the number 1 was like. I don't know if I have time to do a complete run through, but this is usually what you kind of get into when you start off the game. And these other rooms here would be like if you're playing multiplayer with other players and not against the AI bots. These were where the other characters would come out. This is like an inn or a pub. This really goes nowhere. just so in case people ask, hey, where's the entrance? Some great effects. You can see the flies buzzing around. Great lighting effects. Down here you have another area. I don't know if this was really meant to do anything, but you can see you can slash against the wood, I suppose. And come back up here. This is where you check your inventory. These are the various characters. This is a witch hunter, which is the character I usually play. And of course the normal inventory headgear, melee weapons, range, trinkets, and other trinkets that open up as you gain more experience. The usual things that you find with characters. Also, you can compare attacks against various weapons. The Way Watcher, which is sort of an elf rogue assassin type. You have a dwarf, basically a dwarf fighter. Sort of your. Look at the animation on that. You can only imagine what number the second edition of this game is going to be like. This is basically your tank. Then you have your Bright Wizard, which is a spellcaster, really. And then we have the Empire Soldier, sort of your precursor to the Space Marines, I suppose. But that's awesome. Look at that. Anywho, so that's your inventory there. Then over here is ammunition, which is full. And then you can come over here and it's a Shrine of Solace, so you can actually put trinkets here and pray and get special effects and things like that. You can change the traits of your weapons here, basically, and do some other things. I haven't really experimented too much on that. And then come over here, it's your forge where you can craft things. You get some rare items that you would find and pick up. You put them in here and you get some fuse, and it can upgrade your armor, and you can take some stuff that you collect and salvage them to create additional components. As you can see here, common elements, rare elements, exotic, and over here plentiful. So some very interesting little things you can do here during when you're not around. This guy here is the personality of the bar. And then over here you have the lore book. So as you go deeper into it, you'll get more lore. For instance, you can learn about Skaven clans. You think I'd know more by now, but obviously I got some more to do in this game. Oops, return to game. I am currently using my wife's not Snowball, but the Yeti microphone. It's very sensitive, and I have the gain all the way down, at least on the hardware portion of it. I don't know if I'm going to continue using it unless I get a suspension arm, because it's picking up everything. It's picking up my keystrokes and my breathing, which I'm very self-conscious about. Not that I breathe, but I noticed I was taking, unlike my headset microphone, which is a great microphone, I can tilt it up so you don't actually get my breath on there. But I'm like a good foot away from the microphone, and it's picking up like every breath I take. So anywho, this is the select mission. This is basically the map of the area. So You have like a Castle Dracula type thing. It's not really Dracula, but you get the gift of it. You have whatever this is, a town basically called Uberreich. You have what did I do here? Oops, sorry, I've been slashing here. We have Smuggler's Run, the Horn of Magnus, Black Powder, different environs, Wizard's Tower. There's a Engines of War, Wheaton Shaft, Supply and Demand, and basically what this does is give you different areas for you to go into. Sometimes you can do. They have like a sort of like a storyline, a lot like Left 4 Dead. This is a dwarf area where you can go into the dwarf environs and check that out. That's a DLC I haven't downloaded yet. They have dungeon areas as well, which are really quite well done. Let me show you some of the characters if I can. Let's go to hero selection. So, as I said, this is the character I'm playing right now, Witch Hunter Victor Saltzpyre. And so basically what he can do is he can slash. As you can see, I can hold down a little longer. He can poke, block, and you can see there's a block. How effective by those shields right there? How effective he's able to block. His secondary weapon right now is a gun, so he can fire this way. I can just keep tapping, or I can bring both guns out and just go boom, boom, boom. You can actually target practice off the board there. Of course, if you try to kill the shopkeeper, nothing happens to him. He's impervious. And if you want to come up and get your animation, there you go. What else is there with this guy? Oh, you can also see there's 3 other slots below that. That could be like a healing package or a potion. You also have explosives that you can throw, and that's available to all the characters as you go along. Let's check another one out. This is Krillian, the Way Watcher. And basically what she does is oh wait, I gotta select it. Sorry about that.
Tread carefully.
Yeah. That's kind of funny. The Witch Hunter's going, oh, okay, thought it was gonna be me. So let's accept that one. Sorry, didn't do it right. And we have to load her up. And there she is. And you can see, there she goes. That's tap, tap. And let's get her out into the open here. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, jump as high as I thought. This is kind of her blocking. All right. And that's her just kind of wah, wah. And then her secondary weapon is a ranged weapon, of course, where she can just start poking at things. And there you go. There's an arrow there. There's an arrow there. And I think, yeah, just like any ranged weapon, you can. There you go. You get the gist of that, right? Okay, very good. So let's check out the next hero real quick. Yeah. Okay, Dwarf Ranger. Kind of have him load up. I think what I'll do with this video, just to keep it short for right now, is to show you the different heroes, and then maybe I'll do a playthrough. This guy's actually shorter. You can see he's looking up at the guy. This is actually a pretty fun character. The only thing is, in some areas like tall grass, he can have some issues. There you go. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. So he can bash you. There you go. And if you hold it, there you go. Bash, bash. So one tap, he hits you with the axe. Longer hold, and it's a bash basically. Then he can block. You can just go look at that blocking power. It's 5. You can get hit. I'm not sure if that's 5 hits you get with or 5 damage that it absorbs. Not too sure, but you can see what that does. His secondary weapon is a, if I can tap into that, is like a long musket. But he does have to reload each time. But it's quite powerful. It doesn't take out the candles in the shop for some reason. In Warhammer, apparently candles are immune. Or you can just do it. What should I fire on? Here we go. Or you can just do it, you know, regular style, like that. There you go. And let's check out another character. Let's see. Ooh, the Bright Wizard. And the Bright Wizard is very sort of a fun character in terms of just the effects that she has. You can see here she has a flaming sword that she can swing, and you hold it down long. It's a wide, broad swing, and then a short. Then if you just do some short things like that, short taps, that's what happens. And then of course she can block with the sword. You can see the rune right there. And then she has this interest. This is pretty cool. Let's see where we can go here. Let's go to this table. See, I can just tap it like that. Oh, boom, boom. And you can see there's like a heat meter that comes up. So what I can actually do is I can take it right, look at that, I'm taking the flame right there, and the longer I hold it, the more powerful the charge is. And you have to be somewhat careful because you can actually overheat in a sense. So for instance, I can let go there, it doesn't go anywhere, but the heat doesn't. What's kind of neat, you don't have to start all the way from the beginning again. You can start right where you left off if something should happen. But the danger of that, of course, is that you've built up heat and you're not going to be able to hold it as long. So there you go. See? Look at that. And then, but I have to remember to see right there. I didn't vent, and I was on fire, so I got some damage on me. So what you have to do is at some point you have to hit R, and it dissipates. See, like that. So it's kind of cool, actually. It's very effective. Look at that. And see how it gets more powerful. Now I have to vent, and I can control the amount of venting I want to do. I can just hit the R while I bring it down a little bit, you know, or I can just do singles like that. So it's a pretty interesting. I love look at that skull on there. That's pretty interesting. I think we got one more to look at, and that would be back up. And here's the Empire Soldier Marcus, and we'll wait for him to load up. There's Marcus with his hammer. Here we go. Boom. Look at that. Hold it down a long time and you get a nice big slash, and then you get a boom, and then defense, and then of course you have his blunderbuss or whatever you want to call it, and you hold it. You can actually use it to block or knock your opponent. So that's it right there. A little overview of the hero selections, and hope you enjoyed it. And if I have time, I will do a mission and show you guys how that's done. All right, take care.